Kemper Profiler Tones and Talks. Hello, everybody. We are back with another episode, and this time we are looking again at our most favorite tone shaping tool, the Kemper Metal Equalizer. Is it the most favorite tone shaping tool? Thomas Dill, are you with us, and do you agree?
Yes, I'm with you. It's my favorite tone shaping tool at this time. Times are changing. By the way, the Bob Dylan movie is great. The times they are changing.
Yeah, I just wanted to go and watch this as well. And very nicely said. At the time, it's your most favorite tool because we all know that this pedal is just the pedal before the next pedal.
Yes, definitely. And sometimes, but it's a great tone shaping tool, a great, not overdrive, a boost pedal, EQ pedal, or pedal, I always say pedal, it's effect in the profiler, and usable in front of the stack, usable behind the stack, so very flexible and very organic to guitar tones. And a little bit something different to Bob Dylan today with some high gain settings and not boosting with the metal EQ. I was trying to do your approach for the boost stuff to cut out the overdrive of a tone, of a sound with a boost when you have the volume turned down. So like volume turned down on the guitar to get a cleaner tone. Mm-hmm. And yes, let's dive into it. I can show you the first rig and show you these typical things and the additions I'm going to get my two clean tone and high gain tone. So the first thing is this tone. A slightly modern voiced high gain sound coming from our favorite Mullet Hawk amp. Which you can get in my liquid profiling rig pack, which is, where is it? Here, Dilrig's liquid profiling rig pack and the Mullet Hawk. I think it was one or two which I use now. So it's the same profile but with different settings here. And going back to the metal EQ. Here are the settings. I have added the Mesa Boogie Dual Rectifier Red tone stack with treble presence at a very high level. The mids cut out a little bit, and the amp volume is morphed, which I'm coming to that later. And gain at 6. So not that heavy, but enough. And with the metal EQ, I would like to get a cleaner tone. But first of all, I've added the metal EQ to get some higher mid-frequency boost with the mid-frequency at 3K, 36K. To boost it 5 dB, and then a little bit of low cut, and the high frequencies are also boosted. So this is the tone without the metal EQ. With the metal EQ. So now, to get this clean tone, I turned down the volume. You see it's prepared with morphing. So when I turn my morph slider, you see the red sound is the high gain sound, and the blue sound or the blue sign is the low gain sound. And this is the low gain sound. turning into that one. So this is very nice. You can really get a clean tone out of a high gain sound with the metal EQ. So first stuff, metal EQ high gain sound with a little bit of frequency shaping and then morphing into a cleaner tone. For the next step that I'm using, I have this also prepared. You see it here. Same metal EQ, the boost, mid boost, low cut, and the high boost. But I thought it would be nice to have a different tone shaping on my clean tone. So I'm starting now with the clean tone. You see it here. Red is now clean with the volume turned down, and the blue one is the high gain tone. And when you see the high gain tone, the mix level of the metal EQ is at maximum, and when I turn down to the clean tone, the mix level is at 0. There's an important thing that you need to know. Normally, when you have effects and overdrive pedals or delays, reverb, and you have the mix level at 0, the reverb or another effect is turned off. But with the metal EQ, the mix level only affects these settings here: low, middle, mid frequency, and high. So if you turn that down, and you can hear it here, doesn't have any impact on the low cut, the high cut, and also on the volume. So if you want to change something, you need to morph them too. But it's great to have this stuff. So the volume doesn't change, and you can just change when you only have when you don't use the volume. So you can take the normal EQ settings and mix them in and turn them off. And having the basic stuff, volume, high cut, low cut, which is normally the same, have that not affected by the mix parameter. So what I'm doing now is starting at the clean tone without these mid and high frequency settings. So the mix level is turned down, and this is the sound. Going to the high gain tone. And for the high gain tone, we have the mid boost, the high boost, and not the low boost, because that's 0 dB. So this is the change for that one. And then the next thing is I'm using another metal EQ behind the stack for the clean tone, for shaping the clean tone. So these are the settings for the second metal EQ. The mix for the high gain sound is at 0. So that means volume is also at 0 and nothing is turned on from these settings. When I go back to the clean sound, you can hear the difference with the middle and the mid frequency, which is a higher frequency for the clean tone, and much more high boost, and a little bit of volume boost to get the clean tone a little bit louder. So this is the clean tone with the metal EQ, the second metal EQ. Without. So it gets a little bit more enhanced. And then going to the high gain sound, where this EQ has no effect now. Turned off. So this is something else. We had a request of a comment on our last episode of the Metal EQ where somebody asked, is it better to use an EQ in front of the stack or not? And it depends. And it depends what your what's your purpose for your sound. So if you want to boost some frequencies to get a little bit to get them a little bit more in the overdrive region, then place the EQ in front of the stack. If you want to fine tune some stuff and get a little bit more volume out, more level out of the tone, like I have now in the clean sound, then place it behind the stack and you can fine tune some frequencies to get a more crisper tone. And the big thing is you can use higher amounts of EQ boost in front of the stack as and this higher amount of boost is really drastic when you place the EQ behind the stack. So you need to be careful with boosting and leveling out. So this is the big difference. So every time you need to listen to all that stuff, there is no rule to have this in front or behind the stack. So going back to the rig manager, here we are. These are the basic settings. So again, clean sound. Going to the high gain sound. And I thought next step is, okay, I take these two to have this bright and louder clean sound and the really modern, high frequency shaped high gain sound. But for the clean sound, I need some effects to get it really, more a typical vibe for this clean tone. So I took this one. Okay, so everything controlled by morphing. The first step is this one. So this was the previous rig. Metal EQ, one in front of the stack, one behind the stack. The effect for the vibe is the harmonic tremolo. Slow tremolo, and the intensity for the clean tone is at 6.2. Again, clean tone is red. And then for the high gain tone, it's turned off because intensity is at 0. So the next thing is a little bit of dual delay for the clean tone. Going to the red one. And a stereo delay, of course, with a little bit of chorus and a little bit of modulation. And the mix level is at 47.4. Again, for the high gain tone, it's turned off. This is the high gain tone. This is the clean tone. And then I already have a natural reverb, which is some kind of amp in the room sound with low decay time and the mix level at 20.5%. And I've added some arena reverb with decay time at 8 seconds and mix level at 60%. You hear it without the delay. And it has a low boost and low multiplier at +2. Gets this huge low-end reverb sound. And for the high gain sound, I leave a little bit of this reverb into in the tone, so 12% mix is there, just to get a low reverb, low level reverb, but not with that much low boost, so the low multiplier is turned down to 1, so to get that without the reverb. So you get more stadium, but not too much stadium sound. So this is, of course, we have morphed from the harmonic tremolo, it's the intensity, the dual delay, only the mix. In the natural reverb, we have the mix, but it's not going down. The other two effects are going down or turned off. And this one is going a little bit lower to get this arena sound. So again, here is the clean tone. Okay, so this is the getting clean with the metal EQ and getting a little bit ahead with some other stuff using the morph function. And having in one rig the basic tone from a high gain amp, but getting also this clean tone, this really nice clean tone, by the way, from this high gain amp without turning the gain down. And it works absolutely fantastic. And also having these two EQs separately, it's great to have them morphed. You can use them when you can switch them on, but it's nice to have it morphed with having the volume and the low cut and low boost in there, and then adding just a little bit of mid boost with the metal EQ. So I think first of all, I thought, is there something wrong? I can't morph the metal EQ with the mix level. There are not all parameters available. But when you've added with that stuff and you play with that stuff, you think, hey, that's absolutely fine and that's great to have not all the parameters morphed in that effect. So yeah, great to have.
Indeed. There came so many things regarding this, I could say. First of all, I was wondering, because what you were playing, the clean part and then the distorted part, that ring a bell. Something happened in my mind, and in the end, I thought I have it, and it was like the Dio days with Black Sabbath.
Okay.
So
maybe I have stolen some things.
No. Just the image. If you think of the clean guitar starts and you have some nice stereo, non-distorted vocals on top of that, and then this massive Tony Iommi guitar. Because just add some bass and drums and you're there. That was the tone idea I got from that. So that's very, very individual, of course. And then this whole thing is this, because we talked about this, I think was it last, with the Legends collection. The thing, we used to hear now, and the classic recordings, how these tones were created, and when you're sitting there, I mean, a couple of years ago, with your just one amp and some pedals and this certain guitar you had, and you want to understand or recreate these classic tones, basically you have not much chances. You can approach it, but you really can't get there, because that's something I remembered, and that leads me to the metal EQ now as well. That I don't know, long after the 80s, when all these Marshall tones for the metal recordings were created, I had the chance to talk to some producers and to some studio guys, and they told me that usually they did a thing like this. They had this Clark Technic, I think it's 32 band EQ. You know this from the PAs.
The silver one.
Yeah, in the studio. They had this, they went with a guitar into this one, maybe with a buffer, and that one then went into the input of the Marshall. And they were playing, the guitarists had to play, and they were like checking each band and checking out what it does to the distortion or even the clean tone, lowering the signal and trying to shape the frequency response out of an amp that would basically sound completely different. And I'm mentioning this because I just had another discussion with a gentleman about, the null tests and all these things. I mean, technologically, it's of course interesting, if you profile an amp and you get it right spot on there. But the creative relevance, the creative relevance for then shaping a tone, you can question that, because there's a lot of effort going into this, and what you do in the end is always, tweak this amp and squeeze it and change it away from how it sounds originally, because you want to get your total footprint into this with some pedals, EQs and stuff like that. And for this, the Metal EQ is an amazing tool. And and also the tone stacks, because they help with that as well in combination. And what you can do with it, because we had this before. I mean, here, this one, I just wanted to show you. And this, of course, fuck the screen up. Here it is. You can see how much I morph here. I also morph the low cut and the high cut, because, as you said, with the mix, there is no influence there, and you can add another gain game with this one here as well, and we had this one and the amplifier, with if you want to go from a clean tone to some distorted tone, and here as well. So there's a lot of stuff that can be done with that, and the sky's the limit. And this thing stays organic, because you're just dealing with the amp, because this overall frequency response with the cabinet and the microphone in front of it has its place in the mix already. And if you change everything, the ingredients inside of that, you're making it much, much easier for the sound engineers, as if you would switch to a completely different amp, for example. Live and also in the studio, I guess. Yeah, but these are just offerings. Some of the plethora of options with the profiler to change the tone. So thanks for that again, Thomas. And yeah, we'll see where this will take us from here. And I'm sure we will find something that's another subject and also relevant. So if we have covered everything you wanted to bring across, so
I'm fine. I'm done. I think I didn't forget something. So
okay. So then try this at home. The morphing works with the Profiler Player Level 1 as well. So you definitely should get into this. Have a lot of fun. Play a lot and, make it loud. Take care. Until next time. Bye.
bye.